Oh yeah. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Stock. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Today, I would like to talk to you about boring stocks instead of hot stocks. If we talk about hot stocks, it's because they're already on the move. They're known about, they've been talked about, but right now, not a lot of people are talking about them, and I would like to beat them to the punch so we could find maybe possibly an early buying point, so that way we have that time to look at those stocks and really make informed decisions. It gives us time for research and due diligence, and that feeling that we have to rush when the stocks are hot. We need to get in now so we don't miss our buying point. These, I don't feel like they have those, especially given the fact that we don't trade until Tuesday, January 19th. Do me a favor and remember that on Monday, January 18th, is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s observed birthday. The stock market is closed that day. Do yourself and him a favor in memory of him and educate yourself, as he was a man who believed strongly in the power of education. I think it's time we get on with it. Let's get ready to rock. Welcome back. I'm excited to talk to you guys about my Patreon. The Patreon is growing quickly. The conversations are filling out. My growth portfolio is over there. If you want to see the stocks that I'm invested in and I think have a lot of growth potential between now and the end of 2021, some of them beyond the end of 2021, some of them you know from my videos already. The community is growing. The knowledge base is growing. There's all sorts of stock talk that's happening over there. Growth stocks, dividend stocks, EV stocks, penny stocks, you name it. We discuss it. I would love to see it there. It's a growing community. The Patreon community is growing quickly. 60 members already. I thought it would take a month's time to get up to 100. It looks like we might be there in under a week, probably in the next day or two. We'll hit that 100 member mark. After that, my next goal is 1,000. I think that we can get to 1,000 in under 2 months' time. It's going to grow rapidly, and as the Patreon community grows and the Discord community grows, it's just becoming a wonderful place for knowledge and insight, and I would love to see you there. Down in the description, you'll find the link for that Patreon. Come on over and join us. We'd love to have you. Next, also down in the description is a link for Webull. If you click that link and sign up for Webull and deposit $100, you'll get 4 free stocks. 2 for signing up, 2 more for depositing $100. I get 2 for the referral. It helps support the channel, helps support some of the better equipment that I'll be ordering in the very near future, new cam, new mic, and also kind of help my set design a little bit. I'm really excited for that stuff. I'm really excited to keep on growing this channel, keep bringing the best information possible. So we will sign up, get your free stocks, deposit your $100, get some more free stocks. The link's down in the description. Last thing, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it with your friends. Now let's get on with the stocks. All right, so the first stock that I have here for you is Golden Nugget Online Gaming, ticker symbol GNOG. This one joined via SPAC under the ticker symbol LCA, Lancadia Holdings. And you can see the climb that it made as a SPAC and then peaked up here 27.18. And SPACs have been rather popular recently. And then as soon as they merged to become Golden Nugget, you can see there was a big sell-off. And then under its new ticker symbol, now that the hype's over, we found a bottom to this thing. And if we go off the bottom of the candles around $18, off this next one, it looks like we found another area of support off this candle right here at about $18.72, almost $19. And then finally on that red day that we had, $20 as the bottom of that bar, the last level of support that we have, and a nice critical area of support, because if you look over here, even when it was still Lancadia, you can see $20 was about the going rate that we had. So from the 12th to the 13th, we had this nice gap up. It had some movement. This red bar wasn't quite able to close to wipe it out completely. So not the best sign that we're going to be progressing. This is a rather risky stock. We would like to see their financials be quite a bit better, but it's still something we're going to keep our eyes on. As the online gambling market grows, this stock should grow right along with it. We do want to watch this stock for figuring out how it's going to price itself into the market and figuring out if we're going to invest in this stock, where to find that entry point. If we were to get in this stock at its current closing price of $20.76, we hit our first area of resistance over here at about 21.58. So that's about a 5% gain on your money if we make it back up there. And the next area of resistance is the top of this candle that we have here at 22. Now we're up to 10% of our money up from its current price. The problem with this one is that you don't know how long you'd be waiting for that money that you put in to turn green, to turn profitable. You don't know how far this thing's going to drop based off what we see on the chart with these 2 red days that we had. A way that we can kind of guess at what's taking place with it right now is through what's called the MACD and the RSI. So we haven't quite hit that point where we're done with the sell-off yet. You can see from the RSI it's down below 50, that we're sort of in bearish territory with that. However, also according to RSI, we have this low right about here, and then we have a slightly higher low, and then we have yet to see where this one really bottoms out. So we have higher lows, even though it's down in bearish territory with those areas. So if this turns around on the next trading day that we have, and we see a crossover between our MACD and our RSI, that could set up a buying point for us using those indicators. All right, the next one's DraftKings, and you can see that overall, I mean, this thing's been up and down, but it's been still acting rather bullish lately, even if it's been a little bit slower than we wanted. And something that we can see after this big sell-off here is that we have this low and then this low, the 2 major lows that we have. It's not able to drop back down to where it was before, that we have a lot of support coming in. And then off these 3 highs keep on getting higher. We don't really know where this would have ended up on the 15th because of the red day in the market. What will be interesting to see is how much farther it's willing to retreat. We already had the bulls come in and still float this price back up before it closed to keep the body of that candle rather narrow. So if we put the MACD and the RSI on this, we still have bullish behavior. It's a bullish trend. There's the EMA 200. You can see it's still moving upwards. This crossover that we have right here would indicate is evidence of a buy setup. It's not the strongest one that I've seen, but we are down off the lows. And if you're looking for a lower entry point, maybe track this for where we get that turnaround happening in the stock price. If this does dip far enough, I might consider taking a larger position. Another popular one is Penn National Gaming, and you can see this one took Friday's sell-off on the nose. It dropped pretty hard for us, but it is also near one of its all-time highs. This is one of the stronger stocks that we have out of the gaming stocks. So this is one to keep an eye on. You can see from this sell that we had from day to day, it went from being on more of a bullish run, almost coming back towards that MACD crossover, back over the signal line to indicate that there would be an opportunity to sell. Right now they haven't crossed. On Tuesday, when the stock market opens back up, we might see that turn back around again. We're just going to have to wait and see. But if you were looking for a purchase off of this high, well, then watch this stock and see if it gives you that opportunity. Right now, it is down a little bit. As a matter of fact, it closed at $99. That's $8 off its high. That's about 8% of your money if it just goes back up to where it was at before. As far as support goes, we have quite a ways to fall before we actually get to support $80. That means that we could lose 20% of our money. We don't really lose it until you sell the stock. Otherwise, it's not really a loss. It would just be a red day. But this double bottom that we have right here, that's 20% of its price that it would lose before you would hit that support. So Penn National Gaming, keep an eye on it. Look for those opportunities. If you're looking for exposure in the gambling stocks, this is one of the stronger companies that you'll find. All right, finally, GAN Ltd. This is more about infrastructure. This is more providing the software as a service in order to run the gambling stocks. I believe that they have one client already, and that's in Virginia, just one. And I believe that they're in talks with other companies across other states. And as there's wider adoption for online gambling, and as more states join in, and as they get a broader client base, I really think that we'll see this stock price take off. You can see that we're not at the highest price that we've ever been at when we were at this peak here at about $25. So with GAN offering the software as a service, I really think that you should keep an eye on this, especially as their client base builds. And as online gambling expands, I really think that we could see some promising signs coming from this company. And the red day that they experienced on Friday really drugged them down quite a bit from where they were at. So they closed the previous day at $24, and then they ended Friday to close the week of trading at $22.77. So they lost about 5% of their stock price. So if this rebounds when the market opens on Tuesday or some point next week, waiting a week for 5% more of your money is not the worst trade that's ever been made. We do want to watch and see for a good buy setup to happen with this stock. If we put up the MACD and the RSI, the fact that this yellow line is up here and it's about to cross over the blue line, this is indicating that time to sell might be about to happen, especially with the RSI being up here. It's difficult. This is a little bit thrown off with the RSI because we had such a strong bullish run those past couple of days. If we put the EMA 200 on this to see what the moving average has for it, we had a nice bullish run over here, and then it switched to bearish, and then finally towards the end here, we're finally getting back into that bullish territory. So if you're going to trade with the trend, right now the trend is bullish, so this should continue to increase. And like I said, as soon as we have broader market adoption with online gambling, as people become more accustomed to it, as people get back to work, as the pandemic lifts, the gambling stocks that I put in this video should have a decently green future. So the 4 stocks that we covered, those are the ones that you're going to watch out for. If you're looking for a time to buy in, rather than telling you while the stocks are at their highs, right now they're off their highs. Penn National is near it, but they are down. I think 8% is what we figured out when we looked at the charts, $99, and I think they topped out about 107. And it's still on a very bullish run right now. So these stocks, if you're looking for a good entry point, or if you're looking to maybe add in a few more shares, maybe take a look at those, see what you think about them, decide for yourself, what does your research say, what sort of exposure do you want for the gambling stocks, and then make a decision. For me, currently I'm going to hold where I'm at on DraftKings, but I am looking for another buying opportunity to add a few more shares. Gnog, or Golden Nugget, I like where I'm at with them right now. I would like to see their stock price mature a little bit now that they've finished their merger. Penn National, I don't have a position with them, but I'm highly considering a position with them, even if it's only a short-term position, because I think that they're going to break their high that they're currently about 8% away from right now. So 8% on my money in the short term for them isn't so bad. And I'm sure that they have a long way to run ahead of them yet. Finally, GAN, I think that they're going to be huge, being on the infrastructure end, being one of the backbone technologies that we have for online gambling. Before I let you go, I'd like to remind you about the Patreon. The link is down in the description. Come on over, join the community, talk stocks any time of day that you'd like, day or night, doesn't matter. We're all there for the same thing, and that's to help each other reach the level of financial freedom that we all dream of. Link is down in the description. Down in the description, sign up for Webull, deposit your $100, get your 4 free stocks. I use the trading platform. It's what I use in my videos. I think you'll like it. Last, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Always do your due diligence and your own research. But contact a financial professional before making any financial decisions. I'm Dr. Stock. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.